Hello, I'm James Nunez, and welcome to Meditato. Over the next several weeks, we're going to be exploring the Beatitudes and the Sermon on the Mount to experience the kingdom of God. Before we attune our spiritual attention toward the words of Jesus concerning experiencing the kingdom, I think it's important to explore the purpose of the Sermon on the Mount. I would like to suggest that the Sermon on the Mount goes way back to Eden. The actions of Adam and Eve altered humanity's morality and ethics for not only them, but for everyone who has followed them. This has resulted in a de-evolution of humanity that has driven a wedge between humans and God. Lots of preachers term this wedge as depravity of man. However, recent biblical scholarship has gifted humanity with an invitation to reconsider depravity in a different way. We're invited to examine the energy of sin as more than a depraved predilection that are wholly human. This view urges study that more carefully examines the role of rebellious heavenly agents whose quest is to destroy humankind and the earth God was inspired to create. This context has great implications regarding the inspiration for and practice or application of the principles of living a kingdom life. Evil is inspired by jealousy, expressed by a group of heavenly agents. These beings are angry God has split his attention between the heavenly realm and the earth. Eden is the masterpiece of God. The function of Eden is intimacy between the created and creator. God and humanity face to face forever in the most fantastic setting one could ever imagine. That was the plan anyway. Evil is hell-bent on destroying humanity and Eden. Let's consider Genesis 3. The serpent was clever, more clever than any wild animal God had made. He spoke to the woman, "Do I understand that God told you not to eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to the serpent, "Not at all. It's only about the tree in the middle of the garden that God said don't eat from it. Don't even touch it or you'll die." The serpent slithered nearer to Eve and planted an idea she had not thought of before. With its forked tongue and black eyes blasting her sacred innocence, the snake hissed, "You won't die. God knows the moment you eat from that tree, you'll see what's really going on. You'll be just like God, knowing everything." Everything? Power. What am I missing? Eve took and ate the fruit. The first evidence that she was poisoned was her instant belief within the lie that misery loves company. In the world's first case of Hamas, Eve gave some of the fruit to her husband, and he ate. Immediately, the two of them did see what was really going on. When they heard the sound of God strolling in the garden in the evening breeze, the man and his wife hid in the trees of the garden. They hid from God. Evil has been wreaking havoc upon humans ever since God spoke the words, "It is good." Poisoning the first couple was phase 1, and phase 2 is even worse. Genesis 6 tells about the second phase of Hamas. When the human race began to increase with more and more daughters being born, the sons of God, or angels, noticed that the daughters of men were beautiful. They looked them over and picked out wives for themselves. This is found in Genesis 6, 1 and 2. The giants came from the union of sons of God and daughters of men. Who were these angels? Who are these angels? An ancient Judaic text entitled The Book of Enoch reports the serpent was joined by 200 partners. Their mission? To destroy humanity. Like streaking comets, they landed like paratroopers on Earth. Just like young troopers on liberty, the rebels sought conquest of impressionable innocence. Appealing to vanity, they advertised power that would ultimately destroy intimacy between God and God's imagers. Stalking beauty with lust, the rebellious angels seduced their prey with all sorts of things that poisoned humanity in body and spirit. Enoch wrote, these anti-God ex-angels taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working them. It did not take long for peace to be broken in two by war. Historically fascinating is that there are striking similarities between the account of this heavenly invasion written within Jewish literature and the Mesopotamian poem titled The Epic of Gilgamesh. The myth of Gilgamesh and Enoch described these rebellious angels taught vanity through the making of bracelets and ornaments, the beautifying of eyelids, and the mining of all kinds of stones. Evil convinced humankind that there was value and they should covet these jewels. Genesis 6 contains the story of God's reaction. And there arose much godlessness. They were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. God saw that human evil was out of control. People thought evil, imagined evil, from morning to night. God was sorry that He'd made the human race in the first place. It broke His heart. And God said, I'll get rid of my ruined creation, make a clean sweep, people, animals, snakes, and bugs, birds, the works. I'm sorry that I made them. As far as God was concerned, the earth had become a sewer. There was violence everywhere. God took one look and saw how bad it was, everyone corrupt and corrupting, life itself corrupt to the core. This is found in Genesis 6:11 through 12. The sin described here offers a perspective that broadens the meaning of original sin by insisting the serpent of Eden continues its quest to assassinate humanity and to destroy earth. The law created by God was designed to kill the cancer cells of the poison of rebellion and to battle the false teaching of the fallen angels. Evil continues to offer humanity poison that humankind continues to gorge. Evil continues its tactics of deception to allure competition, the obsession of power to turn what was designed to bring about greater intimacy between Creator and created into corruption. That is the energy that sparks through the heart and brain of our God-man Jesus when He begins to speak. His words offer the world a new phase in the battle to conquer evil. Blessed are those